Hi everyone. In this video, I just wanted to really talk about taking your finding investors to another level. So how we do that is we use paid adverts. And I know quite a lot of you, we talk about paid adverts on our mentoring calls. And we've gone into this. I've gone into this with a few of you already. So I thought it'd be good to put a training together, put it out there, and people can use it and benefit from using paid adverts on Facebook, but without spending too much money. Because we don't like wasting money on adverts if they're not working, but we also don't like spending unnecessary amounts of money on marketing and advertising when you're not going to get that return on investment back. So this is a really clever and neat way of doing this. And it's really simple and it plays into your ideal client avatar. So I'm going to start up here. So we start with creating 3 videos. So we create 3 video ads on the 3 biggest problems that your ideal client avatar may have. So if you've done your ideal client avatar work and you know exactly who your avatar is, then you should have something that looks a bit like this. This one is for an NHS worker. This is an investor avatar. It goes into who they are in terms of gender, location, education, occupation, income, marital status, all the psychographic stuff, roadblocks and objections, what's stopping them from investing, what do they worry about most, main issues with investing, how would they fund a property, knowledge. It goes into absolutely everything, including behavior and decision patterns, emotional drivers, fears and insecurities, hopes and dreams, and then through the investor journey. Now, if you've not done that, if you don't have this document and you're thinking, well, I'm just looking for investors that are cash rich, time poor, then you're getting this all kinds of wrong. Because although logically you might think, yeah, I'm looking for somebody who's got money, so they're cash rich. I'm looking for somebody who is time poor. They don't have the time to go and source their own investments. While that's true, it's too basic. We really need to dig into the details and do the ideal client avatar work so we understand the pain points of our type of investor that we're looking for. So let's go back down here. Here we are. So this, where we're starting here, the 3 videos to hook in your ideal client avatar. How are we going to do that? We're going to talk about their biggest 3 problems. So if you create 3 videos talking about your investors, 3 biggest problems, and then you solve them in 3 to 5 minutes on those videos, what's that going to do? Well, one, you would hope it would resonate with your ideal client avatar because you're talking about them, you're talking about their problems, and you're giving them a solution. So you're giving real value. Another thing is you're kind of introducing them to you, your business, what you do, and what you could potentially do for them on their investing journey. So that's the point. So you see those 3 videos as the hook. We're trying to hook them in. We're trying to get the investor on the hook and hook them towards us. Then what we can do using Facebook, we can create an audience on Facebook which shows us people that have watched these videos, but they've watched at least 25% or more of those videos. So that is a bona fide audience you can find on Facebook ads. And you can just select that. So people that have viewed 25% of those video views are your warm audience because they were engaged, they've watched some of the video or all of the video. And then what we want to do with the people that have watched that, clearly it resonates with them, they've watched it for a reason. We want to nurture that audience. We want to nurture them as a potential lead, as a potential investor. So then we're going to create 6 more pieces of content. Now, those videos, what do we do here? It's 6 more videos. I know a lot of you will probably be groaning and thinking, oh my God, I've got to create more videos. Honestly, don't worry. We're going to break it down and we're going to make it super simple. Those 3 just talk about the 3 biggest problems. These 6 videos here talk about different things. So we want to talk about false beliefs with your ideal client avatar in mind. There may be a newbie investor that's got some money, but they just don't know where to start, and they have some false beliefs around that they need more money or a big pot of money to actually invest in property. And you can kind of deal with that as a false belief. Actually, you don't need a huge amount of money to invest. You can start small. You can do X, Y, Z. You get the drift. So you can deal with a false belief. So that's one of the videos. The second one is a quick win. Give them a quick win. Kind of similar to the hook, where you're solving the 3 videos with the 3 biggest problems. It's kind of similar to that because you're giving them a quick win. Third, we've got how you help your ideal client avatar. So this is a bit salesy, but you don't want to use salesy language. You want to make the video about how you can help them. Make it all about them. So talk about their objections, maybe. Think about their desired outcomes, and then talk about how you can help them get their desired outcomes. Rather than being salesy and saying, I can help you find your next investment. Blah, blah, blah. That's boring stuff. That's generic stuff. Do not do that in your videos. Make it about them. Talk to them. Talk to their problems. Talk about the solutions. Honestly, this stuff will resonate so much if you get this right. If you nail this, you will generate investor leads for barely any cost. 4th video, case study. If you have case studies, share case studies. As an example here, Alex, who may be watching this video, I'm going to use your LinkedIn post, Alex. Another chapter closed. I'm proud to share the final shots of our completed project, a reminder of what can be achieved when vision, strategy, and collaboration come together. And then, obviously, you've got the images of the project. It looks fantastic. And yeah, the clear call to action there. Reach out today by registering your interest here. If you're an investor looking for your next opportunity or just want to understand what we do differently, let's talk. Now, that post there, fantastic example of a case study post. Now, case studies are rocket fuel for lead generation because they build trust with your audience and your ideal client avatar. It shows integrity. There's a clear hook to the post that piques people's interest. It's got images on there, or you could have a video as well. Visual results and video content is way more engaging than just text. And you've got clear call to action there. Reach out today by registering your interest here, or check out our website. So you're giving 2 call to actions. And, Alex there has got 32 comments on that post. 32 comments on one post that could be from potential future JV partners for Alex. So good engagement equals a bigger organic audience. And it all helps to just build the brand of you, what you do, what your business does, what services you offer, who you help, and what problems you solve. And that one piece of content, 32 comments, because it's powerful content, clear call to action. So when we go back, where were we? Going back to case studies, that's the sort of thing we're thinking about. Next up, free giveaway, PDF or tool. Well, think about your ideal client avatar. So if your ideal client avatar is, let's say, an overseas investor, they don't live in the UK, they maybe understand, some buy-to-let hotspots, here's good, there's good, probably read some articles online. That's probably where their knowledge kind of ends. And to be quite honest, it's easy to give people like that free giveaway because they just want knowledge. They just want information. So you could create a PDF, how to invest in the UK from Hong Kong, from Malaysia, from Singapore, from Dubai, I don't care where. You get the idea. Give them something of value. So free giveaway, PDF tool. It could be a deal calculator. You could create your own deal calculator. You could share that. And that could be a way of getting somebody's details. Number 6, a reminder video. Now, again, you could fall into the trap of going full on sales mode and thinking you need to sell yourself and sell what you do and talk about how you. And it's never about you. It's always about them. We always come back to this document. This is the document that, honestly, this document guides all of your content, or it should do. Because if we talk about, their fears and insecurities, I'm not a property expert, I'll mess it up, I can't afford to waste time or money, will this distract me from my day job? What if my partner doesn't approve? Hopes and dreams, I want to give my kids a better future, I want my money to work as hard as I do or more. I want to take Fridays off eventually. They want to build income. I want to buy back my time. If you talk about all of this stuff that's in your ideal client avatar document, then honestly, all of this stuff is easy because all of that content needs to speak to your ideal client avatar. So back down here. Sorry, we're jumping all over the place, but I'm just trying to make it clear. So these 6 videos here, that's what we've just covered. So off the back of them 6 videos, what we want is clear call to actions. So the emphasis really needs to be on conversations because conversations is what you need. You need to hook them in. You need to make them think, right, I need to pick up the phone. I need to book a call with this person. I need to jump on a video call. I need to reach out. I need to have a conversation. So your call to actions off all of the content is always book a call. Book a call. You could have, you could give them a video call. You could give them a freebie, or maybe one of them, like I said. But most of it is to get a conversation going. Direct messages, Messenger, WhatsApp. Whether it's done online on social media or whether it's an actual phone call. I don't care. As long as the conversation takes place, I don't care. And you won't care because you can move from there. You can deal with that and you can onboard them. So when we do this, you think, okay, well, Facebook ads, how do I do this? Well, you create these 3 videos and we create this audience, 25% video views. And then from there, all we're doing is we're putting £5 a day on these 6 videos, £5 a day on these videos to retarget the people that have already watched these 3 videos. That's all we're doing. That's it. That is how you use Facebook ads to find your audience, hook them in, and then we nurture them with these 6 videos. And then the outcome is the call to action. They book a call and you have a conversation with them. That turns into 3 to 5 investor leads per week as a minimum. That is a minimum I would be aiming for. 3 to 5 investor calls or conversations a week. So when you think that one investor, one deal sourced is £5,000. So if you're onboarding 3 to 5 good quality investor leads every week, seriously, do the numbers. 5 investors is 25k. And I'm not just talking nonsense numbers. That's exactly how I think about it. One person, one investor is 5k. And that is how we should think about things. So in terms of ad spend, let me ask you a question. Would you pay 150 quid to get an investor lead you're going to source for that investor and they're going to pay you £5,000? Okay, it's cost you 150 quid to generate the lead, but then you've made £5,000 from sourcing the deal for them and you are £4,850 in profit. Is that a good deal for you? I think that's a great deal. I'd spend £150 every day of the week if I could onboard an investor that was going to pay me £5,000. So it's speculate to accumulate. That's what Facebook ads are. But this is done in such a way that you're only spending very small sums of money to generate maximum gain, which is 3 to 5 investor leads per week. I know people that run these campaigns and they're getting 10 to 20 investor calls a week. So do the numbers on that. So people out there that are struggling to find investor leads, scratching around, trying to, get out there and networking and do it, putting in the hard graft. It is hard graft, but there are ways to make it easier. And if you haven't got a budget for Facebook ads, then you can use this system to just make it your, how you think about creating content. Think about it. Just still create the 3 videos talking about the 3 biggest problems, and then create all of these videos underneath where we talk about false beliefs, quick wins, how you can help your ideal client avatar, case studies, a free giveaway, a reminder video with the call to actions. If you don't have the money for paid ads, then do it organically. It will work. It will just take longer to work, but you will still generate investor leads. I hope that helps, and I'll try to keep it really as simple as I can. Hopefully the drawing helps explain it, and hopefully I've explained it. If you need any help at all and you're on the mentorship, the Property Basecamp program, then happy to dive into this on our next one-to-one call. But that's it in a nutshell in terms of paid ads on Facebook and how to find investor leads really, really cheaply. And it's how you can scale this as well, because if you're generating 3 to 5 investor leads, you're spending maybe £30 a day on adverts, you could up that. So you drop a deal for 5k, you could then up that, generate more investor leads. Do you know what I mean? The sky is the limit with this, and it's cost-effective advertising. I'll see you on the next video. Cheers. Thank you.